niggas who still goddamn like listened and sought after the teachings of the predecessors.
Culture.
Yeah, like I listened to LL Cool J. I listened to Kool Mo D, nigga. I listened to Shy D. I listened to Kilo. I listened to Outkast. I listened to Goody Mob. I ain't trying to say, yeah, them old niggas didn't know what the fuck they were doing, nigga. I'm coming in here and I'm trying to do it like this because them old niggas. No, bro. I'm going to take what they gave me and I'm going to enhance it in a way that my generation can understand. You know what I'm saying?
So that was crazy. So now you become a young old nigga.
But get what? I am.
Did you ever think you get to that point?
I thought I'd die before I hit 21. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never thought I'd get here in so many versions of the term. But now that I'm here, it's like motherfuckers ain't looking back to my generation no more. They like, we finna goddamn man, fuck what they were doing, nigga. We doing this shit like this.
But I think that's a certain segment of people to do that, right? And I think intelligent people and people who care understand not to listen to people who don't care. People who care don't listen to people who don't care. So those people who say fuck them old niggas are really people who are really trying to absolve themselves from rules, regulations, class, the bar, the goddamn standard.
I think it's I really do think it's a slight case of MK Ultra. I think it's
I'm not aware of what that is.
MK Ultra is mind manipulation due to media. Yeah. Mind manipulation due to media, and the shit you see the most is the shit you like the most. Basically,
it's called this trend.
The shit you see the most is the shit you like the most. Therefore, if you tapped in with a motherfucking a system or a media outlet, whether it's Universal, Time Warner, Sony, if you tapped into that shit, then they gonna make sure they put you out there more because they benefit more off of you being out there. And the more people see you, the more people like you, and so on and so forth.
I'm gonna say this as a person who's worked inside those places. Nobody thinks that hard. It's what can we make the most money on until that thing is turning on us. When the thing is, when people learn more and it's not advantageous to them, then they don't care as much. But it's on you at that point to have used that platform that you got from them to take all that you can from it to build something else.
That's real.
Like, it's like the problem is we get dependent on that tip. Like, we get dependent on that shit that they provide, the easiness. Now, the
bankroll, the millions. The millions is what it is. It's definitely the millions. It's definitely the millions.
Yeah, so at the point that you recognize, like, look, there's a window of heat that you're going to have. When you're doing that, make sure you're as true and you super serve the motherfuckers who are there for you.
It's so hard, though.
It's not, though.
It is.
It's harder when
it's easy to be genuine, but it's hard to know in what situations and what circumstances to, implement that generosity. Because you could be underserving yourself by not reaping the benefits of your full value.
Or potential. Okay.
As well as you could be over-serving.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, listen, like, again, like I said, there's a window of heat where you got to get as much as you can. But what you can't do is be so eager to get that you are not recognizable to the niggas who know you. At the point that I recognize that you're doing something outside the code of what we stand for,
right,
then it's like, whatever. You have not done that. What you did was try to make that bigger. You may have done that on records that may not have been the most connected records.
Okay.
But the thing is, you never change your DNA.
And I know what he's saying, but in that moment, that's when the line thins between being an artist and becoming an opportunist.
There you go.
See,
there you go.
I have never been in this situation because I'm the not famous nigga in the room. So I don't have this issue. So I respect that. Like, I can't imagine what it's like to turn around in the chair on The Voice, knowing that you're the nigga you are.
Right.
Like, knowing that you're the Southwest Atlanta nigga who fucked around and got who's able to turn around and chill with a big cat in your lap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like just
That's
having
real.
fun. That's why we still recognize you.
That's right.
So what I'm saying is, at the point that you still do the things that we can go, I can't believe my nigga did that.
Facts.
That's what we
real.
care about. That's all. Like I think most people want the people that they respect to be successful. We just don't want that success to alienate us from it.
That's real. That's what motherfucker mean when they say stay humble.
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah.
Cause they want you to get big.
Yeah.
But they don't want you to get so
Not
big
big.
that it make you uncomfortable.
Right.
Well, no.
Oh, so that it make them uncomfortable, like you
No,
said.
no. I'm specifically saying unrecognizable.
I mean, maybe that discomfort come from a lack of being able to recognize.
Look, we recognize Michael Jackson up until he threw his baby over the goddamn mountain.
No.
I'm
Michael
just saying,
Jackson.
no, my
After
point-
that third nose change.
Okay, well, but that's the
After
problem.
that third goddamn nose change.
Unrecognizable.
And that goddamn,
unrecognizable.
and that fourth shade of skin.
Unrecognizable. Unrecognizable.
Not the second, but the third.
Yeah, that unrecognizable part.
The only thing that we were more afraid of than him was what drove him to it.
God damn it.
God,
I told this to Pastor, man.
Man,
Hey.
Ceelo,
what-
Pastor.
And this where all the great verses come from, by the way.
Yeah,
Great songs come from these conversations. If you in a motherfucking room and y'all niggas ain't talking about shit but World Star and weed and liquor and like that way y'all songs come out like that.
And whatever dark, ominous force that drove him to that extreme curbed our enthusiasm to be as great as he actually was.
Yeah. That made us not the way. I always said I don't want to be Michael Jackson big.
Can we get
nobody.
I always said I don't want to be Michael Jackson big.
But
I
think
don't-
about what you said again in the beginning of this conversation. There's a point where you got in that booth and started thinking about how can I be Michael Jackson big. On them
When?
records. On them records. You
No,
said,
I
you
ain't
said
gonna
when you
tell
started
that
thinking
lie.
about the money, when you started thinking about making #1 records as opposed to making
I
hit
wanted to
songs.
be Jay-Z big. I wanted to be Jay-Z
And by the
big
way,
at that point. It
Jay-Z
wasn't Michael
is-
Jackson
Jay-Z
big.
is clearly, like, across the board, he's the example of it working.
Yeah.
Of someone we recognize through the journey.
Right.
Like, he's aspirational. He ain't stunting on your bitch ass. He is...
No, he's starting on your
No,
bitch
no,
ass
no.
now. I ain't gonna bullshit you.
I've
He's starting on your bitch ass
I've
now.
never felt stunted on. I've only felt
You've never
inspired.
felt stunted on.
No.
What's the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6, nigga?
Cocksucker.
30, 40 grand, cocksucker, beat it.
That made me feel bad. That made me inspired.
That's that because you ain't a hater, though.
I know, so that's the point. So you gotta not worry
I'm
about
just
niggas
saying,
who
but he's
hate
stunting on your bitch ass now. I ain't.
No, if you're a hater, if you're a hater, that's for you. But if you're a nigga like me, I'm like, oh, a 4.6 must be better. Let me just get that.
But look, what if you got to choose between a 4.0 and a Pathfinder?
I'm gonna rock the Pathfinder until I get there, possibly. I'm
Okay.
gonna figure out my way.
Alright.
By the way, I'm also not competing with Jay-Z.
Now, competition is the thief of joy.
Ooh,
Come on.
Comparison, really, I paraphrase. It's really comparison is the thief of joy, but
I like
comparison
that
is just a different version of competition. So, I said what I said. I'm gonna stand by it. So,
Put it on the top shelf.
you dig what I'm saying? Put that shit up there on the top shelf. Leave it there
Yeah, maybe figure out,
until I tell you to touch it.
or until you figure out how to get it.
You did?
But apparently there's always been an agenda against the individual. And so, again, it's one of those things where people, they fear and there's apprehension in being oneself, one's true self. Because you have to be alone in the emotion and alone in the act of. You know what I
And
mean?
brave enough to express it.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, nobody wants to be alone.
That's right. Nobody want to feel like they alone in their
Yeah.
thoughts and their experiences.
And
That's
so
my
that goes
trap.
back to what the young lady said earlier today. Like, it's always about connectivity with people. Like,
It
like
is.
for us to express, you know what I mean? Like, it's about relation. It's about being heard, being felt, being understood, being embraced. You
I
know
don't
what I mean?
recall ever graduating at all. Sometimes I feel I'm just a disappointment to y'all.
Man.
Every day I just lay around and I can't be found.
Always asking.
Give me some living life like a bum. Damn.
It's rough. My auntie got enough problems of her own.
Nigga, you supposed to be grown.
I agree. I agree.
Hey.
But
But negativity is all you seem to ever see. God damn.
I admit.
That's some dumb shit.
And I'm probably gonna do some more. You shouldn't hold that against me though.
Why not?
My music's all
I got.
but some time must be invested for this to be manifested.
Like, these are just fucking
damn.
conversations.
Out of the mouths of babes.
You know what I'm saying? My
Young
nigga.
boy.
Yeah. The young boy trying to hide that verse.
Yeah.
Man, oh, he didn't want to kick that bird.
Nah.
What?
KP made him do it.
So you telling me you were the reason behind him making...
No, I'm not telling you that.
It's true.
No, what I'm saying is I heard it. And I know that shit affected me.
And what?
And the next verse he tried to kick didn't affect me. It did not affect me.
So you told him to scratch that verse and put that verse on?
Yes.
You a cold motherfucker, man. Goddamn. Hey, get him his flower, man.
That's why KP is the great.
Get him his flowers, man. God damn, that man brought us that verse, man. It could have been a whole nother other verse.
The verse and then tried to
No,
hide
yeah,
the
but
verse.
yes, but listen, he did bring us the verse. Because I know what it's like, right? I know what it's like to spit a verse and a motherfucker be like, damn, that's dope. And then when it come time to do it on the mic, you like, I'm going to do something doper. You know what I mean? I'm going to do something doper. And then somebody be like, hey, man, that ain't as dope as what you did before. Nah, nigga, this shit is doper.
Right.
You know, you trying to force the fact that I can do it again.
Right.
That's basically what it is. I can do it again.
I can do a bunch of shit.
I am not defined or compartmentalized by that verse that you thought was dope the other day. I have another one that I can do, but you're like, man, bro, just listen to me. This was doper. Do this one. And you need people like that.
Because sometimes we don't always trust what's innate. We trust what our intention is.
That's real.
So the natural inclination that you gave somebody may not be as strong of an inclination as what I'm intending to do.
That's
the
real.
second time around.
That's real. It's almost like the passion and the purpose. We feel the passion and the purpose.
Right.
They feel the actual outcome. Like, this is now, but the results. The actual results was, nigga, this is what the shit made me feel.
Right.
And with all the passion and all the intention, it just didn't make me feel the same. So, nigga, go with this. And sometimes that's what every artist needs.
I guess that's what you mean when you say when you try hard is when you die hard.
See, real conversation
Yeah.
works
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
time.
Every time.
This shit
That's
is
what
like
we
3
talking about
hard
when
way.
you did the verse for you to one. You just came in and just impressed me so much, man.
Man, thank you, bro.
And you know you had to be precise because that was back in the time when we were still recording the 2-inch.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't no
Yes.
punching and shit like
Yeah.
that.
See, I understood economics. Yeah, I understood, like, look, man, we got so much tape around this bitch.
Hey, man.
And so much time. Like, how do you get to the people as quick as you can? Say some shit that they care about. Say some shit that applies to them. Like the idea of niggas rapping for themselves is weird to me. It's like,
And that's another thing. When I say I'm dope, and I'm saying motherfucker can't fuck with me, my problem is y'all comparing me to motherfuckers who got writers.
Facts.
Y'all comparing me to motherfuckers who got writers. Nigga, I done wrote every word you done heard come out my mouth, bro. With the exception of hooks. I've written every word in verses. Like, bruh, you got other motherfuckers telling me, nah, this punchline, nah, do this one, nigga, here this one, and that motherfucker. Like, bruh, I ain't, huh?
I done seen you come with the melodies and the bars with no pen pad.
Bruh, man, listen, sir, ma'am.
I'm done.
You were the first. You were absolutely the first one to go into the booth that I witnessed myself run the whole verse down.
Without writing.
No rehearsal. No writing. No rehearsal.
It was a thing back in the day. I got the shit from Jay. Man. You know what I mean? I just wanted to go in there and see if I could do it. And I just did like Urban Legend, the whole Urban. Now, I take that back. King. I did the whole King like that. Cause Urban Legend, most of that shit I wrote from Urban Legend, I wrote it down because I was in jail.
See, by that time, I didn't even know you had already made contact with Jay. But see, that's what I liked about you.
No,
See,
I was a
politics.
fan. I was a fan of Jay.
he heard he had did it.
Yeah, I had heard that he had did it.
Gotcha.
I hadn't met Jay yet till after Urban Legend. It wasn't until like Leor and like Julie Greenwald, Michael Kaiser, and the Def Jam.
Atlantic.
the Def Jam constituency that made its way over to Atlantic, that was when I came in contact with Jay. I think the first time I really had to have a conversation with Jay is when I had to ask him if he would clear his sample for Bring 'Em Out. Because
That was in here.
yeah, Swiss wanted me to do it, and I was like, bruh, I ain't finna do this unless I hear from him myself that he ain't got a problem with me doing it.
Right.
And so I had to kind of, get in front of him.
Fun fact. I remember that record, right? When you played that in here for me the first time.
Yeah, you talking about Bring 'Em Out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just the sample, and I'm like, where you at on the hook?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And then you made me add the little shit in the middle on the hook.
Hey.
All the dope boy yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the hot girl yelling. Yeah, KP did that too, goddamn. He did that too. And nigga said, man, don't just leave him on there. Get in there.
KP is fly.
Man, come on, KP, man. Goddamn, man. KP.
He said it.
But you told me to say, you said I should say it.
Sometimes it takes somebody in the room to let you know what's missing. It's
Right.
not always about
And
the
that might be a lot of the things that's wrong with a lot of the people who we think suck or say suck. It might just be that they ain't got the right motherfuckers in the room telling them, nah, man, work a little harder.
But they might not
Either
be
that or they're in a room
They
full of
might
the
not be
wrong motherfuckers.
coachable. Listen,
might
it
not
goes
be
back to the idea of coachability. Like, you got to run the play. Like, but you have to be open to hear a play and see that it could possibly work.
Right.
And like, or better yet, have the confidence that I can pull this shit off.
Right.
Cause like I can tell a bunch of niggas a bunch of shit. Like I'm a DJ. I like music. I know what I know when I see people move and I see them stop.
Right.
Like more importantly, I see them when they stop.
You always need a coach, man. Like, because you ain't conscious of the clock when the ball is in motion.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You see the shit through your eyes. You can't see the whole motherfucking field. You know what I mean?
Just make sure you put this shit up on your thing.
Boy, this is real jewels.
Hey, man. But you got to be a student. You got to be a student in order to be a teacher.
For sure. And I'm glad everybody's showing up, man, seeking the knowledge, man. That's when you'll find it.
Absolutely,
Ain't
man.
no traffic on the extra mile.
Only fools. Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done.
What the man said was, ain't no traffic on the extra mile.
Come on,
Shit.
Drake. When you put out the Bible? What the Bible at?
Ain't no motherfucking traffic on the extra mile.
Boy, that'll preach.
But I'm gonna tell you when you do put this up, that's the title of this goddamn.
Oh, we not live.
Yeah, we
Oh, we just
live.
flowing with it. Okay, cool.
But that when I told y'all before, man, if you the smartest person in the room, you in the wrong motherfucking room. Find you a new one.
Jewels, boy. I need these.
That's why I surround myself with people who can enlighten, inspire, and encourage me, so I can come to you and do the same.
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
Trailer without the trap. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't even do what I'm doing if it weren't for what you did. And what you did for so many generations. It ain't just one generation. You done done this for multiple generations. People
Thank you.
still trying to be like what you was, like when you was, like how you was.
Man, thank you, man.
Before you add the P.
Generations in here, man.
Thank you, man.
3 generations.
I got damn. I think one of my verses I said it wasn't for me. You still be trying to follow Outkast. And just understand that before me, bro, there was not like it
So
was
what the fuck is fame to me?
like for real, bro. It was Outkast, Goody Mob, Lil Jon, and Ludacris. That what you had. You know what I'm saying? Like that what it was. Outkast, Goody Mob, Lil Jon,
You
Ludacris.
were lame to me.
You know what I'm saying? So
Give the people what they came to see.
a reflection of oneself where they aim to be.
Come on, man.
That boy talking
Aim to
that
be.
shit early, boy. I said, I like this young nigga. And you know what did it for me? Because
What's that?
when we was all together in LA that time, you had on them Cartiers. I said,
I
okay.
did. KP bought me them Cartiers too. KP went and bought me them
I
Cartiers.
said, every nigga can't go up in Pearl Vision and get done, man.
Hey, I had my own little money, man. I had my own little money, but I had them planned on spending that on some clothes and some, you know what I mean? I wanted to look like I had money, but I didn't want to spend all my money. And KP was like, man, you need something, man. Let's go on over here, man, get you together. And you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't that diamond chain, Rolex watch level. So we went and found the most luxurious piece of jewelry we could find within our budget. Motherfucking pair of Cartier frames, nigga. That's exactly what we went and bought.
Shout out to the Beverly Center.
You did.
Speaking of jewelry,
And we made the motherfucker work.
damn sure did. It worked on me. I like fly niggas. Like, that's gonna be my type of nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? All day. I'm like, okay. Yeah, nigga, that's fly. He talking that shit. And I love the way that you just took charge, homie. Like, you weren't intimidated by us. You weren't intimidated by none of that shit.
But that's what, like, it wasn't the shades. It was the nigga wearing the shades.
Yeah.
It's what's
Bad
in you.
attitude.
It's what's in you, not what's on you.
Facts. Check this out. I got some, like, we was working on this television show out there, man. I'm gonna just plug it, man. Even though it ain't official, but it's called this shit goddamn the jewelry store.
The
So
jewelry store.
I had this idea of where I wanted to, it was based off Anthony Bourdain. Was
Yeah.
Talking about traveling
Chef.
around, the motherfucker who eat
Chef.
in different places.
right.
Yeah.
Kill
Yeah.
himself.
Had the best job in the world and still killed this
But
shit.
I wanted to do, and I'm gonna ask you something that's cool. Like, let's say I wanted to say, like, Pharrell piece, the nerd piece, the fruity Gucci link. He
Got
don't
it.
wear it no more, but I know it's in the fucking top drawer some fucking way.
There's
It
something
is.
happening with that. I
It
can't really.
is.
No, okay.
Okay.
So look, I'm like, your crown, the rose gold crown of the PSC piece.
Right.
I know it's somewhere. You got to put up somewhere.
I gave it away.
You did.
I did.
Coach Kane got one.
Yeah. Yeah, he still got his. I gave mine
So-
away. I gave mine to Cap.
I had this idea. I wanted this traveling, like, like into archive all of these famous pieces.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if I,
Slick
do the
Rick.
episode, you come forward with you, Slick Rick.
Goddamn.
But
the
this
Eagle.
the thing for me, jewelry. I don't cherish none of that shit. I don't have no old pieces. Every 2-3 years, I take the jewelry I got and I turn it in and get me some upgraded pieces, new watches.
Nah, that's true.
I don't because I don't give a fuck about none
way,
of
I'm
it.
saying,
He don't. I know he don't. He
don't.
tried to give me a stupid piece. I was like, no, sir, buddy.
You talking about me?
Yes.
I sell it. If you see me in a piece and you want it, I will sell it to you. I ain't married to none of that shit, bro. Except the one piece I got with my family in the middle. Other than that, I will sell you any piece I got around my neck, bro. Buy it.
Hey, I don't know if you remember this. I remember walking. We went to Houston one day, and I came in, and it was the first day I seen you with all the rose gold shit on. I'm like, I was shocked because we had this conversation. Man, I don't want no jewelry.
Right.
I don't even like jewelry.
Until I found some jewelry in a color that no one else had.
You innovated.
Everybody else was wearing platinum. That's another thing y'all don't really know about me. So everybody else was wearing platinum at the time, and I went and found, through a jeweler partner of mine, who shall remain nameless, but he introduced me to rose gold. He introduced me to rose gold,
And I'm so
right?
stylistic. I knew rose gold worked for you because I'm like, it play off your complexion. Like, it was just like a good look.
I had no
never seen
idea.
it before that.
I had no idea. I just knew that the motherfucker, it was some shit that I had never seen before when nobody wearing it.
Right.
I know the yellow gold is like, okay, that's kind of passe right now because everybody everybody was on the, at the time it was. At the time, who had on yellow gold at the time?
Slick Rick.
Slick Rick was probably locked up still.
I never.
So you had on yellow gold at the time?
At the time, no, I had on the platinum.
I know it. I know you did.
You're right.
I know you did. Everybody had on platinum. And so yellow gold was really kind of passe. But when I found out rose gold was an option, I said, man, that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing I bought me was a little rose gold chain with no charm. You know what I mean? It was just, a little rose gold piece. Then I got me a rose gold watch. Then I started adding on to my as my money grew. I started getting rose gold shit. And, later on, everybody started doing it. And I ain't never really stand on no tables or try and flip over no desk trying to say this, I did this and that. I think that's another reason why. I don't really stand on no tables, man, and really be like, hey, look at me, this is what I did.
You did a couple things first in the city. I remember you definitely brought rose gold to the game. I noticed that because I love style and fashion.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, you was the first one with the Phantom too that I seen here too.
I think me and Big Boy.
You was before Biggs. I remember
I
you
was
shit was
before
falling out in
Biggs?
front of Body Tap. That's when I knew Dope Boys was a hit too. Dope Boys ain't got them the club done closed. You know what I'm saying? That shit was banging.
The ass on.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was that thing was smoked out. Black on black on black. You know
It
what I mean?
was. I remember I pulled up the ATL the first day of filming, man. Smoke blowing all through the roof. 45 to an hour and a half late. And I thought, nigga, y'all should appreciate me. I'm coming here in the Phantom.
I'm gonna shoot straight. That's the first time I seen it in the flesh.
It's the first time you got chastised for being cool.
You dig what I'm saying? Hey, my nigga, I'm kicking this shit in high gear. Why are you upset with me?
My manager at the time, he showed me a picture of it. He's like, this the car you should get when you can get it. And got there, then 50 Cent came with it in the PIMP video.
Right.
He was the first real one I seen. I said, God damn, that nigga got that motherfucker.
Man.
And the only other person had that goddamn Bow Wow, I had a white one. You remember that? He had a white one.
It was in the city?
Yeah.
I remember mine. I remember Big Boys. Cause I remember Big Boy had that deep. He had that deep cherry, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I ended up getting one later on down the line.
Man, you done had a few on, nigga. You talking about? Hey, man, we appreciate y'all fucking with us so much, man. You know what I mean? We just wanted to kind of just, share this moment with y'all because we have all kinds of deep discussions, man, on our own time. But anytime we can enlighten, inspire, and encourage, we just want to take advantage of the opportunity. This is a motherfucker who I hold in high regard. I have a whole lot of respect for. Not just because of his accomplishments, not just because he, of his skill set, but because when he had the opportunity to say yay or nay to a nigga he didn't even know, motherfucker opened the door and let me rock. You know what I mean? And I'ma always fuck around with bro. I'ma always fuck with him. I don't give a fuck what you say. So,
The love is there, man.
you dig what I'm saying? And we gonna motherfucking distribute and deliver some shit that is unmatchable. I don't give a fuck what you saying. You ain't gonna match these bars. You ain't gonna match these bars. If this conversation was eloquent, you think this conversation was motherfucking impressive.
Where do we put a beat on that?
You dig what I'm saying? Where do we get some kicks and snares behind this shit? Wait till the hi-hat get to kicking, nigga. What you talking about?
That happens to the game too. When you get to a point, man, where it's undeniable, people get dismissive with it. It's almost like Eminem or somebody. When you just can't beat a motherfucker,
They expect it. Yeah.
Oh, they started talking like, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, he's dope again. So what?
Yeah.
So what? He's
Nobody
dope.
don't like all that dope shit.
Don't nobody want to hear you be dope all the time. Let somebody else be dope for a change.
That's what the appeal of mumble rap and all this shit was, because it come across like a nigga was
Yes.
trying.
Hell yeah. And listen, a motherfucker who did not rise to the occasion of being great. They didn't rise to the occasion of greatness for themselves. You know what they said? Instead of trying to be or to reach this high bar of excellence, I'm going to look for someone who reminds me that I can make it with my subpar.
Niggas just limboing under the bar.
I'm going to represent. I want somebody who make me feel better about not being so good.
People want music and television that
Motherfucker
justifies their own shortcoming.
Absolutely. They want to see themselves. They want to see someone else in a higher position in life that represents the same level of mediocrity that they represent.
But guys like us believe that even if it's something that you can say in plain English, we still believe it.
We got a better way to say it.
Even plain English deserves the poetic justice, man.
I'm telling you,
Hey,
man.
They goddamn thing. Goddamn.
Hey, man, keep on coming with it, don't it?
I can't take this shit. Goddamn, we can't. This shit can't be free.
Nah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Just think about it, man.
be that?
Just think about it.
I want to say my piece like this. The nigga,
Shout out to Bobo.
Biggs Burke, man, he said this to me. He said, man, call me when I can do something for you for free. Ooh. So that's what I feel like. Information is equality. So what we sharing them, so like, this is the equality we have now. You know what I mean? Like, but once you know better, you got to do better, man. And this was for free.
Absolutely. Niggas don't really want to be bombarded by a bunch of shit